Good day to you all, children. I'm Casper, the friendly ghost. I'm here to learn about the wind on the haunted hill. Ooh. Just like you, I'm sure I'm going to love this story too. Come now, let's go and experience the wind of the haunted hill. Ooh.
Good day, students. I hope all of you are safe at home. As Casper, our friendly ghost, just said, we will be learning about the wind on the haunted hill in today's class. In today's lesson, we will be looking into the author's note, the genre of the story, the characters in the story, a small portion of the story itself in part 1. Now, let's meet the author of this beautiful short story.
Hello there, children. I'm Ruskin Bond. I am one of India's most beloved English language writers. Most of my books are meant for children, just like you. My famous works include The Blue Umbrella, The Room on the Roof, Cherry Tree, and The Treasury Stories for Children. Find my books in the school library and enjoy reading my works.
Let's study the genre of the story. The term genre means a particular style or category. It can be applied to stories, movies, poetry, or art. The Wind on the Haunted Hill falls under the category of mystery for young adults and children. It is an energetic, fast paced, nail biter of a story. Let's study the characters. The Wind on the Haunted Hill has very few characters in number, but makes great use of them in the plot. There is Binya, who is 12 years old and quite sensible. There is Usha, who's 10 years old. She is quite cheery and smart. And there is Suresh. Usha's younger brother, who at 8 considered himself the head of their family. These three likable children have a strong bond of friendship among them. Hoo, cried the wind as it swept down from the Himalayan snows. The menacing wind rattled windows, choked chimneys, and blew away clothes. Thus begins Ruskin Bond's gritty, hair raising story of friendship, courage, and survival. In today's class, we will be discussing this beautiful yet mysterious tales part 1. Now, students, close your eyes for a minute and imagine tall, wide, great big mountains with snowy ice caps. Don't you long for the cold even as you imagine it? This is a place where Usha, Binya, and Suresh live. Their village, a tiny hamlet at the foothills of the Himalayas, is windy at all times of the year. On that particular day, the three children tried to dry their clothes in their yards. But, students, on a windy day, is that possible? It was not. The trio struggled with flying clothes and used huge rocks to weigh them down. But as much as they tried, the wind was too tough on that day. Still, they tried their best and carried on with their work. As they did this, Usha declared to the other two children that she would like to go into the bazaar down the hills to shop for that week. Students, keep it in mind that this is a small town. There are no supermarkets, no hospitals, no cinemas or no malls. If anything was required, one had to walk all the way down to a bazaar in town. So Usha decided to complete her shopping for that week. Binya immediately chided in that if she did not have any other work, she would have gladly joined Usha. But it was Suresh who had some serious questions. Suresh asked in a scared and soft tone, "But it will be dark when you come back. Won't you be afraid?" Slightly taken aback, Usha says, "What is there for her to be scared of?" Suresh replies that there are ghosts and spirits on the haunted hill alongside the village. These spirits would hunt small children who are alone. Usha is now utterly speechless. A visibly confused Usha asked for further explanation on how is this hill considered haunted. Suresh explains in a scared low voice what their grandfather had told them. Years and years ago, when Englishmen lived on the hill, a lightning struck down the house, killing everyone inside. It is said the spirits of young children, a young girl and a boy, possibly siblings, perished in that accident. These children haunt the hill and the house, which is now in ruins. Usha laughs off the story. She suggests bravely that the ghosts won't appear during daytime, and she promises to return before dark. She also says that she will not take the shortcut in the woods, but would rather walk on the main road. Saying these, Usha sets out. Usha sets out with her shopping list. She briskly completes task after task. She buys herself and everyone at home their necessities. She even mends her mother's slipper, buys her grandfather new pair of glasses, and she also buys some playthings for her brother Suresh. On her way back, she meets her aunt Lakshmi, who treats her to sweet, hot, milky tea and spicy samosas. Usha was famished. She devoured these. She was now tired and her stomach was filled with samosas, and she continued to gossip with her aunt Lakshmi all through the evening. But suddenly she looks outside the window. It is dark and it has started raining. So, what happened to Usha? It was dark already. Did she get caught in the rains? And did she meet the ghosts? Were they really spirits or ghosts? Or was Suresh only lying to scare Usha? We will decide on that in our next lesson. Read through this beautiful lesson in the PDF attached in your WhatsApp message. Thank you, children. Have a great day ahead.